अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। उम्मीद करता हूँ तमाम देखने और सुनने वाले खैरियत से होंगे और ठीक-ठाक होंगे। जी नाज़रीन, जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि रोज़ाना आपके सामने एक नए टॉपिक, एक नई सोच, एक नई लगन के साथ मौजूद होते हैं और टॉपिक के मुतालिक हम डिस्कशन करते हैं, उसके बारे में जानते हैं और काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है। नई बातें सुनने को मिलती हैं, सीखने को मिलती हैं। तो इसी तरह आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है वो है द आर्ट ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग एंड टीचिंग, हाउ इज़ द यूज़ स्टोरीज़ एंड capture and student attention and inspire learning। तो इससे मुतालिक जो है वो हम चैट जीपीटी से डिस्कशन करेंगे, पूछताछ करेंगे। तो चलते हैं चैट जीपीटी की तरफ और आज के टॉपिक का करते हैं आगाज़। सो स्टार्टिंग विद चैट जीपीटी एंड टॉपिक डिस्कशन। Hello, how are you, chat GPT?
Hello, I'm doing really well. Thank you. I hope you're doing great too. If there's anything specific you'd like to chat about or any questions you have, just let me know.
Yes, ChatGPT, my question, and just today's topic related question. The topic of the art of the storytelling in a teaching and how you use stories and capture and student attention, inspire of the learning. So this topic related start question, no time waste. My first question: what is the storytelling in education? How and it differ from traditional contact and delivery, and why the storyline considered a powerful and pedagogical tool and a modern technique? And how do stories and help to capture and sustain student attention classroom? What connective and process and active and when student learn and through stories?
Great questions. Let's dive into them. What is storytelling in education and how does it differ from traditional content delivery? Storytelling in education involves using narratives, anecdotes, and engaging stories to convey lessons, concepts, or information. Unlike traditional content delivery, which often relies on straightforward lectures or factual presentations, storytelling weaves information into a narrative format. This approach makes learning more relatable, memorable, and engaging. Why is storytelling considered a powerful pedagogical tool in modern teaching? Storytelling taps into the natural human affinity for narratives, making learning more engaging and relatable. It helps students connect emotionally with the content, enhances their understanding, and encourages critical thinking. It's a versatile tool that can be used across disciplines to inspire curiosity and foster a deeper connection to the material. How do stories help capture and sustain student attention in the classroom? Stories naturally engage students' imaginations and emotions, helping them focus and stay interested. A well-crafted story can create suspense, evoke empathy, and make lessons more memorable. This engagement not only captures attention, but also helps maintain it, leading to better comprehension and retention. What cognitive processes are activated when students learn through stories? Stories activate various cognitive processes, including memory, imagination, and emotional engagement. They help students make connections between new information and prior knowledge, facilitate critical thinking, and promote deeper understanding of the material. Feel free to ask more questions or let me know if you'd like further details on any of these points.
Yes, my next question. ChatGPT, how does storytelling improve in the long term in the memory and the concept of the retention, and what's can the storyline in the making? So complex and the abstract and the concept of the is there to understand and how can teacher align storytelling with curriculum and objective learning and outcome, and what role does the emotion play in a storytelling based learning?
Absolutely. Let's dive into those questions. How does storytelling improve memory and concept retention? Storytelling enhances memory by creating a narrative that students can emotionally and mentally connect with. When information is embedded in a story, it becomes more relatable and easier to recall. The narrative structure helps organize information logically, making it easier for students to remember and understand complex concepts. Additionally, stories often involve emotional elements which further strengthen memory retention? What skills are involved in making complex and abstract concepts understandable through storytelling? To make complex concepts accessible, teachers use skills like simplifying information, creating relatable analogies, and incorporating vivid imagery. And they also use pacing and structure to guide students through the material step by step. By embedding abstract concepts into a story, teachers can provide context and meaning, making the concepts more tangible and easier to grasp. How can teachers align storytelling with curriculum objectives and learning outcomes? Teachers can align storytelling with curriculum by carefully selecting stories that reflect the learning goals and key concepts. They can weave in specific themes, vocabulary, and principles that need to be covered. Additionally, teachers can use stories as a framework to introduce and reinforce key learning outcomes, ensuring that the narrative supports and enhances the educational objectives. What role does emotion play in storytelling-based learning? Emotion is a powerful element in storytelling that helps students connect deeply with the content. Emotional engagement and enhances motivation, makes learning more memorable, and helps with deeper understanding. When students empathize with characters or scenarios in a story, they are more likely to internalize the lessons and concepts being taught. If you have more questions or want to explore any other aspects, feel free to ask.
Yes, my next question, ChatGPT. How does storytelling support in student motivation and interest and the learning? Can storytelling enhance critical thinking? Can explain how can teacher adopt storytelling and teaching for different age group and learn levels, and what challenge I might face and when uh, integrating storytelling from lesson.
Great set of questions. Let's break them down. How does storytelling support student motivation and interest in learning? Storytelling naturally captures students' imaginations and emotions, making learning more engaging and enjoyable. And students are invested in the story, they're more likely to be motivated to learn because the narrative makes the content relatable and meaningful. Stories can spark curiosity, inspire empathy, a deeper interest in plots, thinking. Students learn to question, infer, and evaluate information within the narrative. This process helps them develop analytical skills and the ability to think deeply about what they're learning. How can teachers adapt storytelling for different age groups and learning levels? Teachers can tailor storytelling techniques by considering the absolutely. Teachers can adapt storytelling by simplifying language, examples for younger students, themes, nuanced characters, and layered plots. Additionally, using different media like visuals, audio, or interactive elements can help engage students at various levels. What challenges might teachers face? Stories that select the right stories, and teachers may need to adapt. So used to see different learning styles. And if you have any more questions or need further insights, just let me know.
Okay, ChatGPT. My next question, this topic related. How can
Of course, feel free to share your.
how can assessment be designed and evaluate learning through storytelling, and what ways does storytelling foster creative and imagination in student, and how can storytelling connect classroom and learning and real experience?
Great questions. Let's explore each one. How can assessment be designed to evaluate learning through storytelling? Assessments can be crafted to focus on both the content and the narrative skills. For example, teachers can evaluate students on their ability to identify key themes, analyze character development, or retell the story with accurate details. Other methods might include creative projects, like having students write their own stories or present a story-based analysis. Rubrics can be developed to measure understanding of the material, creativity, and the ability to convey concepts effectively narrative. In what ways does storytelling foster creativity and imagination? And storytelling encourages students to think creatively about problem solving. This not only makes learning more engaging, but also helps students develop original thinking and problem solving skills. How can storytelling connect classroom learning to real life experiences? And storytelling can bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and real world application by embedding lessons in relatable contexts. And when students see how concepts apply to everyday life, they're more likely to understand and retain the information. And stories can reflect real world scenarios, cultural experiences, and practical applications, making learning more meaningful and impactful. If you have more questions or need further insights, just let me know.
Thank you, ChatGPT. Today, this topic related discussion and give me explanation. Thank you, ChatGPT.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help and that you found the discussion useful. If you have any more questions in the future or need further assistance, just let me know. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, ChatGPT. Thank you, ChatGPT. तो जिन्होंने जैसे कि आपने देखा है कि आज हमने ChatGPT के साथ इस टॉपिक के मुताबिक जो है काफ़ी बातचीत की और डिस्कशन हमारी ज़िंदगी रही देखने और उम्मीद देखने करेंगे के साथ अगले टॉपिक के साथ फिर होगी मुलाकात। तब तक रखिए अपना ख्याल। अल्लाह हाफिज़।